Good morning, this is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV. It's time for the Mayor's Report, and of course with us is Mayor Michael Beamish. Good morning.
Well, and a good morning to you, Clint. Good morning, David. Good morning, all listening audience here in Miami County, and it's just a wonderful opportunity.
Absolutely. You said you had a birthday wish you wanted to start out with.
I got to give a shout out. Got to give a shout out to March 2nd birthday, Theodore Geisel.
Theodore Geisel.
Yes, Theodore Geisel. I'm sure everybody knows Theodore Geisel. As soon as I say Dr. Seuss.
Ah, Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. His birthday is March 2nd, and this whole week there's been reading across America. Being a former educator, I had to throw that out because I know a lot of our local schools do readathons, and people come in and read to the youngsters. I'll be reading, or have read at the taping of this show. Would have been to a couple schools and did some reading as well. So we want to give a shout out to a guy that everybody knows as Dr. Seuss. But
absolutely.
His real name is Theodore Geisel.
Now we know. Okay. Hey, something else we wanted to talk about, and it's the new program you have with the city, and it's with the billing department on utilities.
Well, it is, and it's been confusing, so I want to kind of help straighten it out a little bit, because actually the city does not accept credit card payments or payments at the window that involve a credit card. And they don't do it over the phone. However, we do have a third party that can take care online credit card payments, and that's a convenience that you can use for the city of Troy. There is a little minor service charge to doing that, but I would suggest if you have any questions, you go to our website, www.troyohio.gov, and click on the utility billing collections, or give a phone call, 335-4151, and just see how that process works. It is a convenience. It is an opportunity. We're heading into a more efficient way of doing billing collections. So I wanted to share that because that has been confusing to a lot of people. They walk up to the window and want to use credit card, and we're not prepared for that yet.
Right. When they're doing it online, it's not like they are, like you said, doing it with the city. It's a third party, and then those funds are released to the city.
That's right. And in fact, the service charge does not go to the city at all.
Right.
I want to say that too. That is for that third party convenience.
Okay, and all they need to do is go to troyohio.gov /233 /utility-billing-collection, and then follow the prompts from that.
Clint, you always do such a good job of promoting events and activities and changes that we may have in our city. So thank you. That was good.
Well, Sue Knight keeps us good and informed over here.
She keeps me informed as well. Thank you.
Spring cleanup is something, while we're not quite in spring, we've got some cleanup that we can be doing.
But we are in March.
Yes.
March is the time to start looking at spring cleanup, and that also goes for our cemeteries, Riverside and Rose Hill. We would ask everybody to go over there and do their house cleaning from the winter season, and we want to prepare the cemeteries for the spring and summer. So to do that, we just ask you to take care of those old decorations and get them out of the way. A lot of people ask, what are the policies and procedures? Maybe I'll bring David Hastings in someday. We can talk about it. But in the interim, if they want to call the cemetery department at 335-2710, they could give you the information of what's good, what can be, and what are the policies and procedures that go along with that. But we are in the middle of removing all the ground decorations
that have been out since winter. It's cleaning and tidying.
We want to kind of, certainly we want to show our respect and dignity to those that are buried there, but also we want to make it look good too and presentable. And to do that, we want to get rid of the old and put in the new.
Take pride.
That's right. There you go.
Okay, and kind of in that spring cleanup, it
Yeah.
brings us to Dye Mill.
Well, Dye Mill, and this is a change, and a good change, I think, for people with all the wind that we've had. And,
Lots of wind.
Yeah, lots of wind, and that means brush, sticks, leaves, everything's blowing all around. And we got to start thinking spring cleanup and get ready for the new look of spring and summer. To do that, we are going to open our Dye Mill facility earlier than we normally do. And in fact, it will be open on March 14th. It'll remain open too through December 3rd of 2016, so we got plenty of time to use the facility. It has different hours. We tried to adjust the hours so they accommodate all the folks within the city of Troy. Monday and Friday, it'll be open from 11 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the evening. Tuesday, Thursday, be 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, so you got afternoon hours on Tuesday and Thursday. Saturday, they do stay open. They start opening at 9, and they'll be open through 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. That's a good work day. Sunday, Wednesday and Sunday, we are closed.
Okay.
You won't see anybody there for that. But it also allows us to talk about, if you don't want to use, the Dye Mill facility is a service open to all citizens within the city of Troy. But you also have other opportunities. With all the sticks, if you can bundle them up, and I keep saying that, like 4 foot.
Yeah, cut them into shorter lengths
Yeah,
so they're
shorter
manageable.
lengths, manageable lengths. Bundle them with twine or rope or whatever you want to bundle them in. But that allows our street crews, as they're picking up things on recycling and trash days, they start to make a note of what are bundled up, and then they have a truck that goes around. It's easy to grab and throw when they're bundled up. So I would ask that you place them in front of your residence, bundled, and not just thrown out there. Many times you got leaves and sticks. We've talked about that before, and we do offer a service in the fall with the leaves collection. But let's face it, this year things, they were late. And so there are a lot of, and the wind, sticks, leaves, and so on. There is tea bags. We have tea bags on sale at the utility department in the City Hall, or you can go down to True Value, $1.25. You can put a lot of stuff in there. And there's where you can get rid of all those loose leaves and twigs and little things.
Well, a little warmer weather, and you get out and you're going through the flower bed, just getting rid of what was left over from last year. Put it in a tea bag.
And a tea bag, and it's marked clearly tea. And when the guys go by with their trash pickup and recycling pickup, they start to make note of that. You can call in and tell them you have tea bags or bundled twigs and sticks. That also. So you really got a number of ways to get rid of things. One, bundle it up in nice bundles, put it in a tea bag, or take the service of the Dye Mill facility that'll be open on March 14th and allow, it's open and you can take your refuse there.
Okay. One question about Dye Mill. Now, if you've got all your tree debris and branches and things, maybe somebody pulled out some bushes at their house. Can they take the bushes and drop them off at Dye Mill? Because I know the city won't pick those up.
The city won't collect. You're right. Won't collect brush. That includes root systems, any top outs, total remove bushes and brushes.
Which that would be a mound in front of your house for the city to come pick up.
But you still have access to take those things out to the Dye Mill facility. Again, another service. Many communities don't have those kind of services, and we're trying to do everything we can to show our civic pride, and also ask everybody else as a community to work together to keep our city looking good.
Wonderful. You've got, we'll talk about council in just a minute.
Yeah.
But we had, just before we started recording, Developmental Disability Awareness Month is this month.
It is, and we sometimes refer to it Riverside of Miami County, but as the Board of Developmental Disabilities, every month, or once a month in March, they designate that month as Developmental Disabilities Month. And they always have a theme, and this is sharing abilities and understanding that we're all different people. We all have strengths, we all have weaknesses, but we also have abilities that if we combine those, everybody benefits, and that includes those individuals with a developmental disability.
Well, we've had Jason McCabe from Riverside up on the air. Lori and I have him on the morning show. What a great young man that he is, and does an amazing job, and an inspiration to Lori and I both. But he has been invited. He is speaking at the Developmental Disabilities Awareness and Advocacy Day, Tuesday, March 8th, at the Ohio State House.
Wow, that's great, and gives some exposure, and it also showcases, again, the abilities that all individuals bring to the table. And I think that's great that he does that. But I also want to give a shout out to Melissa Nichols. Melissa Nichols does the public relations communications for Riverside of Miami County. A wonderful lady. Always seems to have a smile for everybody.
Absolutely.
And most recently was honored by the Troy Area Chamber of Commerce as the Young Woman of the Year.
That's great.
And I think I've known her. She's a wonderful person, certainly a deserved honor. I better give a shout out to our own Tim Davis, works for the city of Troy. Tim Davis was the Young Man of the Year, and certainly deserving. He's very active in the Optimist Club of Troy, does a lot of involved activities within our community, including he's our advisor for the Mayor's Youth Council. That's the 5th and 6th graders that we've talked about.
Okay.
And he acts as one of 4 advisors to that group. So a big shout out to Melissa Nichols and Tim Davis as our Young Man and Woman of the Year.
Now on to council. It's leap year, so we had that extra day of the 29th thrown into February, and it kind of pushed you off starting March on Monday.
That's right. We had like an extra time here, and but anyway, we do have council coming up on a Monday, March 7th. It's a normal first and third Mondays. City Hall, 7 o'clock. We will have a number of resolutions and ordinances to consider by council. But we also have at least, I believe, 4 public hearings that night. Most of those public hearings are on a rezoning issue. But we do like to hear from the people that would be involved before council makes their final decisions.
All right. Anything else to add in this morning, Mayor?
No, I just keep saying, think spring, and top of the morning to you. We have St. Patrick's Day coming up.
Wow, that is coming up quick.
It is coming up, but March is a good month. Things start to kind of come into bloom, and then that just signals that spring is just right around the corner, and from there, summer, and all the activities that we have planned for the spring and summer session.
And look forward to our entertainment that we're going to see downtown and at Treasure Island.
I think it's going to be the best yet, and we've had some wonderful sessions. But when you start adding all the events of the Hainer Cultural Center, with the Hobart Arena, with the Prouty Plaza, and now you add the venue of the Treasure Island and the amphitheater and all those activities, it is going to be a wonderful opportunity for people of all ages to enjoy the ambiance of Troy, Ohio, USA.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mayor.
Thank you. I appreciate you and David and all the people who listen to this program.
This has been the Mayor's Report. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV.